EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Second down. Here's Mostert again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Second down, here's Hitterz. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
63.
Throwing is Hitterz. Eluding the pressure right. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Well, Stafford going to change it up here. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. And the Rams at 6-4 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's 3rd and 9.
53. Ready. 10. 20.
Here's Stafford. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
3rd and 2. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll run for it with Dillon. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the 1st down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the 1st down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Hitterz. Open man has got it, the tight end. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
63, 63, 63.
Here's Hitterz to throw.
And that is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Throwing is Stafford. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the 2nd half.
They'll throw now on the final play.
Looking deep here for Chase.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play.
Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a 2nd and 10.
53,
A shotgun snap for Stafford.
Checks this one down. It's Mitchell.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford.
Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford.
This one swung out to Williams.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Here we go with Williams. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Mostert with a carry on first down, but he is not going anywhere as he is brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Steps away to his left. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On third down, here comes Mostert.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he stopped immediately there.
Amari Barno getting there to make the stop.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 40. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 31. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
They hand it off to Mostert.
But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
On first and 10, it's Mostert.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
On second down, Mostert.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
So that's CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Now it's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On first down, Stafford here. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
On first and 10, Stafford. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Now Stafford.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Well, if you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here.
Stafford.
He'll let this go for Adams. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Open man, Westbrook-Akine.
A big play there for Philly. 49 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Mostert will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we...
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play action. Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. From the red zone now, Stafford. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Flush to his right. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 13 yards out.
And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Once again, it's Mostert.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Raheem Mostert, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
One last throw here for Stafford. And that will be incomplete as time has run.